Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the Rail Yard. Ted Keep It along with Kyle Gustafson for tonight's matchup featuring the 9-4 Hawks from Hermantown High School and the 12-4 Proctor Rails. And boy, let me tell you, I don't know if you can hear me at home with how loud our band is, and it's like 4 people.
Yeah, that's haven't heard it this loud in quite a while. So
that is crazy. Hey, let's get started. Make sure we thank our sponsors here a little bit. I'm going to try to bring me up just a hair so maybe people at home can hear me over the band. The Reed Foundation, the Rails Endowment for Academic, Art, and Athletic Development, Irving Community Club Polling for Kids, Tamarack Building Supplies on Highway 53 in Hermantown, Heritage Window and Doors, Superior, Wisconsin, Wittes Trailer Sales and Esco, Stream Dudes for all your streaming needs, streamdudes.com, Great Lakes Office Solutions, the Rob and Barb Chandler Charitable Foundation, the Magic Golf Course, Audiology Concepts with 6 locations, Duluth, Grand Rapids, Forest Lake, Cambridge, Edina in Burnsville, and our 2 Proctor local sponsors, Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop and Troy Service Center, Main Street, Proctor, for both of those. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you for all they allow us to do. And hey, look at that. They're going to get quiet as we get the opportunity to thank our students, maybe. I guess not. Our director, Luke Smith, producer, Alton Artke. On our cameras, Marcus Jones, Michelle Van Earth, Jordan Bierman. You got myself, Kyle on the speaking parts. Our score widget is going to be Ana Artke, and our stats technician is Maddie Nunn. Wow, we are loud. Wow, there you have it, folks. The nice and loud as the Rail's going to do their part to take the clock down. So let's just talk a little bit about what we got going on. Rail's coming in 12-4, and the Hawks coming in 9-4. Not the strongest season for the Hawks, but trying to bounce back.
Yeah, they're still a solid squad. I mean, you just got to come out and attack them.
Yeah, talking with Coach Bordahl down there earlier, he talked about his keys to this game were really just 2, and one of them being that, no easy transition points. Like if they can, if defensively they can hold the Rails to that outside perimeter or make them drive and force the shot, cool, but nothing on the easy transition.
Right.
And then the other one is keep it close.
That would be a good game plan.
Those were his words, and I don't know if that was cliche or was not, but that's just the deal. And we know that Coach Solberg's going to come out and he's going to just do his thing in what he's been doing the last few years. He keeps graduating these talented seniors, and in reality, the product really isn't falling off too far with how that youth program is, and how they're kind of doing the same things that the high school's doing, and then how he runs his bench with these younger players. Yeah,
I mean they've this year I was expecting a little bit of a drop, but no, they kept going. Those younger kids have really helped them out.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. The Rails are playing hockey over at the St. Luke Sports and Event Center tonight. My 9 in the building doing their thing, and against Rock Ridge, which should be kind of like the same testament and trial as when Hermantown came knocking a week ago, and when we were able to get a big win against the 7-2A, our single-A player there in Hermantown with that 4-3 win, with Yost getting that 4.3 seconds left on the clock and getting that one in.
That has been quite a while. I think I was a senior that year.
27 years. Do you know it was 27 years to the day? It was January 6, 1999, and I only know that because somebody sent me a clipping, the article clipping out of the News Tribune, and right above it was the date. Yep. And I was just like, it was dead 27 years.
That's ridiculous.
So we're going to get ready to turn it over to in-house PA, the one, the only Cooper Colt. He's going to give us the anthem, the creed, and the starting lineups. You're going to hear a little bit of a buzz because we got a ground issue, but we'll be back right after that.
In the Proctor High School Gymnasium for tonight's Minnesota State High School League Girls Varsity Basketball matchup, which features the visiting Hawks from Hermantown High School and the Rails from Proctor. Before we get started with today's team introductions, We ask that now, fans, at this time, you please rise. And gentlemen, please remove your caps as we have the playing of our Star Spangled Banner. Tonight being performed by the Proctor High School Pep Band, performed by Ezra Caldor and Maz Bullock. Starting for Hermantown is a senior who wears number 11, Danica Bullock.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
A senior who wears number 21, Bailey Hermanson. A senior who wears number 23, Aurora Decker. A senior who wears number 25, Claire Dixon. And a sophomore who wears number 35, Jalen Sherman. The head coach of the Hermantown Hawks is Eric Cordoba.
So there you have it. There's your starters on the side of the Hawks. You've got both. You've got Decker, Nitsch, Hermanson, and Shrill. On the side of the rails, you've got Pease, Carlson, Whitty, Evans, and Walker. Sounds like a deal. I'm going to turn this down just a hair because it sounds like I'm a little over-modulated. But you can still hear me, right?
Oh, yes.
All right, perfect deal. Perfect deal. So here we go. Let's get this matchup underway. Big next 7 days of basketball for the Rails here, and then especially next Thursday when we'll have Duluth Marshall right here in this building.
That's on the 21st?
That is on the
20th.
So is that Tuesday or is that Thursday? That's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, so Tuesday we'll have Marshall in the building. So Shrill and Carlson on the tip. Hawks win the tip. Now going to bring it up into the offensive side of the court. This is Decker. Decker pushes it up top of the key. Niskish. Is that how we say that? Niskish? That's how I'm thinking. Nikic. Inside. Shrill pushes it back out to the far side. Waiting hands of Decker. She takes a three and misses.
Strong.
And here comes Lola. Lola Whitty into the front court. Looking for help. Has Carlson flash through. Now going to give it off to Pease. Pease tops. Push back. Walker to drive towards block. And almost got that one away as getting in a hand in there were the Hawks. And we've seen the Rails here last time at home kind of do this little safe.
There we go, Lola.
You and I talked a little bit about this the last time we were home, about how we just got to be a little more sensible with our passes and think about what we have going on. Oh, good stop there. As coming up to get that errant ball was Wolf. We're going to get an over and back. That's going to be a turnover. Oh, is that a 10-second? No, for them, against them. 10 seconds, so there's the first turnover of the game. And it'll go the way of the Rails. Peyton to inbound into Carlson. Carlson pushing into the paint, turns, pushes it outside, back into the waiting hands of Walker. Walker going to come into the block and up off the glass for two.
We need to attack.
So Shrill to bring it up the floor for the Hawks and does far right side. Now going to come back to center. Looking to give that off to Hermanson. Hermanson was there to help, but didn't give it off. Into the hands of Decker. Now back into the bottom side to Hermanson. Can't get that to fall, but Hermanson aired with the board as it takes a bad bounce. Evans down with the board. Evans with the rebound. So the Rails on a rebound and come back the other way. Walker drives the paint again, stops, now going to push back right side. Gives up to a nice feed back inside to Whitty. What a nice look for Walker to Whitty on that.
Yeah, the Rails definitely need to keep going fast over the past couple of games. They were slowed down a little bit and looked a little mundane, but
Pease off the glass for two. And Hermantown to bring it back in. Shrill pushes it in the far left corner into the waiting hands of Nikic. Now back to Shrill. Shrill tries to go inside and does. This is the hands of Decker. Decker has nowhere to go. Getting a big hand on it was Carlson. Knocks that down, brings it up the floor. Another turnover for Hermantown. Pease is inside the arc and gets that one to fall. And we have our first bingo of the night. And Hermantown going to take a quick timeout as we're 2.5 minutes in and the Rails have a 11-0 lead. And honestly, haven't really seen any kind of a sense of anything except for that first possession offensively from the Hawks.
Yeah, they're, kind of just like in the hockey sense, you get sticks in lanes, break up passes. Proctor will swarm. If there's hands in the lanes, using their body to stop drives. It's going to be a long night for them.
Absolutely. You know what I think is cool? I'm going to bring it to your attention because I don't know if the people at home are really recognizing it. So we created a score widget. And if you look at the score widget, it's like 80s Tecmo Bowl. It's super cool, and I really like the retro look. And if we got anybody at home listening, give me a text if you've got the number, and let us know how the audio is, things like that, and we'll go from there. So Hermantown to inbound after the timeout, long baseball pass, and that's going to be brought in by Shrill. Shrill's going to drive right side, right straight to the bottom of and that's going to go nowhere. And they're going to say it did go off of Walker. I'm going to beg to differ and wish I had an instant replay because it looked like it bounced right off the line and didn't even touch Walker. But it's easy to officiate from way up here. Shrill now. Good hand there by Walker. Able to pick that up is Decker. Decker gets us off to the right side into Hermanson's hands. Hermanson gives this off. Nikic gives it off to the waiting Bolf. Bolf drops it inside to Shrill. Shrill gets it in for two.
She's going to have a big game if they're going to stick close here. Miss Jalen.
Straight down and off the glass for two is Hermanson. So Coach Bornall decided to put some gas in the car and get going. Whitty looking for a spot. Now gives this off. Walker. Carlson, top of the key, says I can shoot that, and does, but it's off the iron, down to the waiting hands of both, and Hermantown will come back the other way. Far right side, as I'm starting to learn names, is Nikic. She gives it out to Cheryl. Nikic, top of the key for three. Can't get that to fall. Right off the front edge hard, and here comes Whitty. Whitty moves right side, now going to stop, turn around, and get something set up. Inside, nice pass to Carlson. Carlson just odd shot, but gets her own board. And the and one. As Carlson goes and gets the rebound and then the putback, and we'll go to line and shoot one to try to finish the three-point play the old-fashioned way. So coming in, we got Gianna Hansen. Let's see, we got Hansen, we got Hawson, and we got number 34, the one, the only, Hadley Walker.
Walker 2.0. Or 3.0, whichever way you want.
Whichever way you want to look. And hitting that, the free throw was Carlson. And now Hermantown again, bringing it up is going to be Bolf. Bolf moves, streaks, left side, pushes it in the waiting hands of Decker. Decker can't get it to fall. Gianna Hansen right there, pushed on the line, but able to get it off. This is Hawson. Hawson going to bring it up left side. Going to drive to the block now, push it back off to Hansen. Hansen for three, and can't get it to fall, but into the waiting hands of Carlson, up off the glass. And we're going to get a jump ball. That possession arrow goes the way up the rail, so it'll stay with the green jerseys. And you've got Brooke Weezy and let's see, shot, and I didn't see who the other one that came in. I think it's number 13, and Geeson into the game for the Hawks. Walker pushes us down into the corner for Carlson for three. Oh, that was Walker, my bad. I looked up quick, saw a three to try to get back onto the sheet. And in and out, or in and out and in.
Bailey's a dead on shooter. She gets hot.
Yeah, she's got a nice stroke. And it's going to be Dawn Hansen. Hansen going to throw that one away, tuck off the baseline there. And that'll be a turnover for Proctor. Inbound the ball for the Hawks is Geeson. Geeson goes far side. This is to Weezy. Weezy had to pull up and now drops it inside to Shot. Shot can't get it to fall. Hansen down with the board and does keep it. Now knocked out of her hand. Now back again. And she's going to give this off to Carlson, and Carlson will bring it up for the offense to set up a play here. Coach Solberg calling out what he wants. Hawson gets this in Walker. Walker back to Hawson. Hawson stops at the stripe and going to take that shot. And they're going to say that did go off Hawson. Nobody touched it. And oh, no, the other official's going to come over and they're going to say it's going to stay the way of the green as it went out of bounds off of Hermantown. Carlson to inbound the ball now for the Rails. Gets it into Hansen. Hadley Walker back into the corner for Carlson. Back to Walker. Back to the far side. Hawson for three. Bingo. Number 11, Hawson for three. On the board for the first time tonight.
Now 20-7.
And that's going to go off of a foot. I'm just not sure which foot. And they are going to say that it went off of Hansen. And coming into the game for the Rails is going to be Reese Gorson. So Reese into the game now as the first time tonight. As Coach Solberg using his bench like he always does. Hermanson gets this in. Cheryl going to back out, now come to the top. Gives this off. Hermanson, top of the key, looking for somewhere to go. Pushes in the corner, now back inside to Cheryl. Right there is Gianna Hansen, and they're going to say that that was a foul as she went up and made contact. So that'll be our first foul of the game. That'll be the team's first, and Gianna Hansen's first.
Yep, so got in there too deep and no help side.
So, I'm sure, go ahead.
No, it's going to be a long day for her if she can't get that Jalen out of there a little bit.
So Cheryl misses the first. And we'll attempt to get the second. 12 minutes even here on the board.
Misses both.
And she missed the second, so leaves her for a blank on that one. So that would be the equivalent of what we would call a good foul. Walker pushes it to Hansen. Hanson now going to drive the baseline. Back to Walker. Walker goes up with a no foul call, but gets her own board and gets it to fall. So Hadley Walker with another 2. And now the Rails putting on some pressure as Hermantown brings it up. That's going to go off the hands of Cheryl, and that is going to be Rails ball.
Good rotation over by Reese, causing that.
So turnovers right now, Rails 2 and Hermantown 4. There's a big job there. Nice rebound by Hawson and put back by Guy Goranson. Nice job there. And Hawks trying to run, and they're going to call a kick ball, and it's going to stay with Hermantown. Whitty into the game and went into the game. The W's. The W's, if you're going alphabetically, the W's. George W's. And this one's in. Nice little in to the waiting Decker for 2. Decker on the board now for 2 for the Hawks. 24-9 your score. And the Rails come in offensively again. This is Walker. Nice little underhand trying to get the
up and under.
Left to right and can't get it to fall. So that's a rebound for Hermantown. Both drives to the block, and we're going to get a travel call. So that'll be a turnover on the Hawks, and that'll go the other way.
Man, that's another girl on Hermantown, 23, Aurora Decker.
Decker, yeah.
She can get going. It's vital, to keep Jalen and her off the glass, off the boards.
Walker gives this off to Walker. Went for 3, can't get it to fall, but right there's Hadley Walker. Way to use that size and get up and do that. Now pushes it out to the other Walker, squared. And that one's going to miss, and coming up is Holt. Pardon me, that is not Holt, that's Geeson. Oh, nice up and over. Hawks able to keep this. This is into the hands of Nikic. Now going to drive the lane is going to be Decker. Decker nowhere to go. That's going to go. Nice little roll. A little Dr. J type roll there. Body falling away, gets it to roll off the fingertips.
The old bag of tricks.
Went. He's going to take the shot. Now drives the block, looking for somewhere to go. Pushes it back outside. Whitty for 3. Can't get it to fall, and that's going to go out of bounds. Good block there. Good body block there by the Hermantown's Brooke Weezy. Folks, I'm going to just do a little bit of teaching for a second. I'll be back with you in one moment.
Let's bring the camera down. We're looking at too much of the ceiling. Let's get the whole floor in the shot. More. There you go. Keep it like almost just above that line.
All right, sorry about that. Trying to get you a better view at home if you're watching, except for that big screen in the way. And going to be, are they going to count that? Yes, they are. Or no. Nope, no shot. That's on the floor. And that foul is going to go against Lola Whitty. That'll be her first, team second. So the Rails are Hermantown now into bounds. This is Wolf. Wolf looking for Hadley Walker, stuck to her like glue, trying to get rid of it. This is Decker, top of the key, looking for somewhere to go. Now drives right side, hands this one off to Nikic. Nikic for 3, up off the iron, but good run in there. And almost a keep 4. And that's going to be a foul. That's going to go against the Hawks number 1, Brooke Weezy. That'll be her first, team's first. And that's one of those things that that you and I can talk about on that is like, you're sitting here 9 minutes in and we have 3 total fouls on the board. Walker hits a free throw, gets points on the board for the first time tonight. Yeah, I'm not worried about that one. She's trying to figure it out, so we're good. And a miss on that one. You and I are the only ones that can see that one. So that's going to go out of bounds, and but it'll stay with the Hawks. And to inbounds is Hermantown. Hermantown does get it in. Nikic gets it off to Cheryl. Cheryl for three. Hansen right there in her face, and that's going to be short miss. Cheryl gets right back into the play, and they're going to call foul there on Hansen. I believe that's going to go against Hansen. That is correct, and that's going to be her second, team's third.
And I think right there she can stay with her. It's a little bit too reactionary, not anticipating what she's going to be doing and just getting in her way.
Absolutely agree.
After the fact and picking up fouls.
Yeah, Cheryl takes that shot. That was off and miss, and long pass off the rebound to Gianna Hansen for two. Hansen on the board for the first time tonight. And bringing it up is going to be both. Both move to the left side. Nikic stops, gives this off. Decker moves right side. Now coming across the paint. Nice little try there by Hermanson, but just couldn't get it to go. Another long pass, and this is the Hansen. Big swat by Cheryl. Nice job there to keep playing. And now coming back the other way are the Hawks as Cheryl hits that right into the waiting hands of Wolf. Wolf gives up the dribble. Now off to Cheryl. Cheryl moves right side. Top of the key into the hands of Hermanson. Hermanson now going to push this out. Wolf looking for somewhere to go. Rails playing good D. Both can't get that to fall. And down with the board was Walker. Here comes Pease. Pease gives this off to Hansen. Evans can't get it to fall. Nice job there by Walker to get that into the waiting hands of Pease on a little pushover. Nice way to go get that by Carlson. Carlson says, let me try this, and does.
Was that the fourth or fifth opportunity on that possession?
Yeah, it was at least the fifth opportunity. So timeout taken on the floor. We're going to take a timeout here as well. We'll be back right after this.
Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop. Proctor Pizza offers baked pizza, unbaked pizza, subs, tacos, wraps, salads, tater tots, nachos, burritos, and more. Proctor's local family business for over 35 years. Proctor Pizza offers brand new monthly specials, such as the taco pizza, bacon cheeseburger pizza, Hawaiian pizza, and more. Proctor Pizza.
And back here at the rail yard, just waiting for my students to unmute things so we can talk. Out of the timeout, the Hawks inbound the ball and are going to make their way up the floor. This is Nikic. Nikic pushes it in the corner to the waiting Decker. Decker can't get it to fall. Cheryl goes up and tries to get that, but P's there. Nice pass all the way to Gianna Hansen, but can't handle it as it got too deep. That one's going to be knocked out of her hands. Evans, P's back towards the paint. Back to Hansen. Hansen for two. Long shot. Evans down with the board. And we're going to say touch the end line. It's going to go the other way. So Hermantown ball.
Little butterfingers out there by Gianna. That's okay.
Yeah. Hermantown. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it happens. Hermanson to inbound for Hermantown. And into both.
And her offhand, so, you know.
Yeah, it was a little deep as well. Both nowhere to go. Stuck on that end line by Walker. And now going to give it away. Coming to the near side. This is Hermanson. Drives towards the block. Pushes in the middle. Into the waiting hands of Decker. Decker can't get it to fall. And that's going to go the other way as Decker and Walker kind of collide a little bit. And the ball's going to go out off of Decker. And it'll stay with Hermantown. Evans will take a seat. Lola Whitty back into the game for the Rails. Your score 29-11. 6:34 left here in the first half. Our game clock on the TV, a little off, about 2 seconds. Whitty for three, I'm sorry. Can't get it to fall, but right there's Carlson. Up and back, can't get it to fall. Try to stay with it, and now we're going to go the other way. Decker. Or pardon me, Hermanson. Cheryl was right there, and there was some body contact, no call, but both gets on the board for the first time with a 3.
Pretty much a 50-50 ball. Is close.
Nice steal there by Cheryl. That's going to go far right side and up off the glass for Wolf, and Wolf says, I can add to my total, and does. And that's another miss there by Walker, and that's going to go out off the hands of Decker. No, they're going to say it went off of the rails, and it'll stay with the Hawks. Coming into the game is shot as Decker will take a seat. And this is going to be Wolf. Wolf will bring it up the floor and long pass. Shot got it into Cheryl. Cheryl can't get it to fall. Carlson down with the board. So the Rails with another rebound will come back the other way. And that's they're gonna call a foul on number 11, Danica Wolf. That'll be her first, team's second. Oh, team's third. I'm missing a foul somewhere. I'll have to figure that out later. That's why we have a stats person. That's good. Carlson over to Pease. Pease going to come back to the top. Now back to Whitty in the far left corner and hits the bingo.
Been a little stagnant the past couple minutes.
Yeah, I would not disagree. It's like Hermantown picked up their pace and their pressure and started kind of playing their game and decided, and then all of a sudden we couldn't play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on our end too, we were forcing up some suspect shots.
Some ugly suspects. So Hansen will take a seat, Pease will take a seat, Walker back in, and Goranson back in. So Nikic will try, or pardon me, that is not Nikic, that is Hermanson, will try to inbound the ball, and Carlson got her foot in the way.
32-16.
Good job there by Carlson on the timing as Hermanson couldn't get it in. She's going to go offense, and that's a nice turnover and take. And can't get it to fall, but right there, trying was Walker. And as she tried that awkward looking shot, acting like a big old silly Billy down there when she should have just hung on to it, she goes through and draws the foul. So Sean will draw her first, team's fourth. And hitting it. Yeah, go ahead. Nope. Jump in any time, man.
I was just saying, made the first.
So Walker 2 of 3, now 3 of 4 from the line tonight. Cheryl down with the long pass, and they're going to say over and back as that left foot was on the offensive side. When she came back to push off to go with the dribble, she was on the defensive side. So that constitutes an over and back, and that'll be a turnover against Hermantown.
I would have missed that.
I saw it. It was crazy. See, my wife should know I do pay attention. So the Rails in with it now. Whitty looking inside. Now, that was a nice toss. Off the hands of Walker. Was meant for Goranson, but off the leg of Cheryl and out of bounds. So Carlson says, well, let's try that again. Now into the corner to Whitty. Whitty for 3. Can't get that to fall as it goes in and out. Trying to push the rebound, but that's going to be picked up by Geeson. And now the Hawks will try to go to work here. Inside. Nice job there by Walker. That's Hadley Walker to get a hand on that.
Whomever is guarding Jalen has to have active hands. I mean, she works hard down low. So whoever's on her, if it's Hadley or Gianna, they got to work. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night for them.
So 19 seconds on the shot clock here. Cheryl bringing it up. Now going to drive inside the arc. Now looking for somewhere to go. Pushes it outside. This was to Hermanson. Hermanson can't get it to fall, and it's going to go out of bounds. And that'll be a take by the Rails. I missed it as I was teaching. What happened?
I was looking at the board. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention either. So
Hermantown ball on the end line. Hermanson to inbound and just knew that the 10-second count was almost there and decided to throw it off the waiting defensive player of Carlson. And Hermanson will try to do it again. Hermanson gets it in. Cheryl, top left side over there. Far side from us. Now going to drive towards the paint. Hits the arc, drives right side, now pushes out. That was Wheezy. Hermanson, good hand there. Foul going to be called. That's going to go against Chloe Carlson. That'll be her first, team's fourth.
So over the course of, past 5, 6, 7 years, how many balls do you think have been tipped up in the air via Chloe Carlson or Bogachnik we're in the hundreds.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. A lot of straight up body shots. And Reese is going to drive down, try to take that one deep off the block and draw the foul, so she will go to the line. And that foul is going to go against number 23. That's Aurora Decker. That'll be her first, team's fifth.
I don't know why I was thinking that, but
No, that's the kind of stuff a color commentary person is supposed to bring to it, man. I never even thought about that. I just thought it's a lot. And hits the first.
Well, it's probably definitely assisted them getting on those, 1,000-point banners. And
No, 100%, yeah. And hits them both is Reese Goranson.
Rails up 20.
And that's up off, and they're going to get a jump ball, and that should go the way of the Hawks as we had the last one. And in. That's Hermanson. Now driving it back the other side is going to be Nikic. Hermanson can't get there on the long anticipated pass by Wolf, just not fast enough. And that's going to go out. That'll be a turnover and go the way of the Rails. So Hawson back into the game for the Rails as well. So you're looking at Carlson, Halson, Went, Goranson, and who am I forgetting out there? Carlson drives in. Oh, that awkward shot, but going to draw the foul, and I believe that's going to go on both. And it does. That'll be her second. Team sixth. So almost to the bonus are the Rails. But Carlson will shoot two here. And hits the first. And that one goes in and out. Trying to fight for it was Reese, but up with it is Cheryl. This is going to come near side to Wolf. Wolf's going to drive it across the half-court stripe. Now into the paint, up locked down at the block. But here's Hermanson for three. That one's short and going to go out of bounds, and it'll be a Rails ball. So Hermanson tried to rush that instead of just kind of taking her pause and getting set. She had time, but she rushed it and left it short.
And quite honestly, like most of the time, Chloe that's typically guarding her, up out of the air, go right around her.
Right.
But
it was there on the streak through by Walker, and I think everybody but Carlson saw it. Nice take here. Oh, Hawson just gets hammered as she tries to put that, pick that ball off the floor and go up with it, and she'll go to the line. That foul is going to be called on Hermanson. That'll be her first, team seventh. And I talked about at that halfway through the first half mark, we had 3 fouls on the board, and now we're at 11 in that space. So, quickly adding to those totals here as the Hawks are trying to play a little bit more physical and try to make some things happen. Hawson misses the shot. Now comes far side up to Walker off the glass.
Good luck. Good luck.
So good assist there by Hawson. Long baseball pass and out of bounds. And that one will go the way of the rails. So another turnover there for Hermantown. Carlson will be throwing it in for the rails.
Seems odd they place it on the other side, but
yeah,
we'll go with it.
Into the corner. Carlson, Cheryl in her face, and that's not going to hit, but get the rails get it back, and they push it back to Carlson, and Carlson gets 2. Oh, nice. Nice steal there by Carlson. Carlson up off the glass, can't get it to fall, and coming in was Hawson, but keeping it was Bolf, but now we're going to have a back and forth. And that's going to be Bolf's 3rd. That's not great for Bolf, as Bolf's seen a bulk of minutes here. And the rails are now in the bonus here. I mean, they were in the bonus, but even more in the bonus. And Carlson hits the first. And Carlson, kind of like the Evans family, it's a lot like the Adams family, but totally different. Is one of those, one of those shooters you don't want to put on the line to shoot free throws. Because Carlson currently, well, we'll talk about that later because we're not going to jinx things. That pass inside, it was intended for Geeson, and now you got a 6-car pileup on the floor. In Hawson, Sherrill, and Gorson, as they all got to the floor, got dirty. And again, it's one of the things I absolutely love about girls basketball in this area. I mean, these teams are so competitive, and they get dirty. They go get it, and it's a lot of that lunchbox mentality, if you will.
Yep. I mean, especially I know with the last couple iterations of the rails, they're taught to get on the ground. If they're not on the ground, they're doing something wrong. So
right.
Hermantown's no different.
Absolutely. So Sherrill gives up the dribble, now looking for somewhere to go, and does. This is Decker. Decker moves back to the top. Hermanson. Oh, good hand on that by Goranson. That's that theory you were talking about earlier about, just, like hockey, just get a stick in that passing lane and knock it down. So Hermanson to inbound the ball. 50 seconds left here in the half. This is Decker. Back to Hermanson. Hermanson going to move to the top of the key. Goes right side. Nikic inside to Sherrill. Back to Nikic. Nikic for 3. And foul going to be called. It's going to go against Hawson. And that'll be her first. And that'll be the team's 5th. Nikic to shoot 3 here and hits the first.
And honestly, I mean, to me, that shot looked a little forced, but helped her out.
And misses the second.
Live and learn.
So the question is, good foul or bad foul? That was a good foul. Oh, good shove there by Sherrill. We're now bringing it up. Quick, fast feet is Walker. Walker went into the far corner. This is Hawson. Hawson turns, spins, nowhere to go for it with Walker now. Top of the key, into the corner. Hawson looking for somewhere to go. 23 seconds on the clock. Oh, nice little push.
Watching those girls buzz around, it's crazy.
It is. Hermanson going to drive it all the way, going to go up and under. That's a tough one to call, but they're going to say they got her on the arm. Trying to tell Wayne, you got to stay up and down. Oh, I take that away. That's going to go against Goranson. That's against Reese. That'll be her first. Team 6th. Well, I actually thought Goranson was away from her, and I thought it was Went that was right there. But that's what I get for thinking.
We're up here.
That's it, right?
Good 40 feet away from the action.
So Hermanson hits 1 of 2. And can't hit it to Falls Walker. And the Rails just can't, shot after putback, just can't get it to fall. And that's going to be your halftime score, 48-14. 18, I'm sorry. You're right. I don't want to short it. What we're going to do is we'll take a break. We're going to hear from all of our sponsors when we get back. We'll have some sights and sounds of the gym here, and we'll be back right after this.
We want students to be creative thinkers. We want them to be innovators. We want them to be problem solvers. And we want to provide them the space and the ability to be able to create things and design things and manufacture opportunities within this community. And so Pathways allows them the space and the creativity to be able to really hone in on their strengths and their abilities to make a difference in the world.
When we talk about Proctor Pathways, we talk about building a culture. And this culture is all about providing those opportunities for our students to graduate with a plan instead of just planning to graduate, and to understand how what they're learning in their everyday classes applies to what they want to do after high school. We have business leaders from throughout our community reaching out to us, and as a result our students are getting opportunities to go and do internships, job shadows, and get their hands dirty in places that we didn't even think would be possible.
Students, we see them in the 9th grade, they may not be engaged in the traditional track. Then when they start finding the trades, such as culinary or welding, they're the hands-on kind of students, and we just see a transformation where now they're engaged in coming to school versus not coming to school before, being late to class. They're actually being early to class and wanting to stay late.
There's so many different paths to choose from that it does keep them interested. One day they might be learning how to write a resume. The next day they're hearing from a speaker from an industry they never heard of.
We allow students to try as many different opportunities as possible. So we don't lock a student into a specific path or specific pathway. We allow them to pick and choose different experiences because we believe that exposure is incredibly important.
You can do any different job shadows, you can go college tours, you can do pretty much anything that you probably wouldn't do anywhere else.
If you want to do a career that needs 4 years of college, awesome. We have support, we have resources, we will help you do those things. If you want to join a trade, we have resources, we have those connections and networking opportunities for you. And so it really helps all students figure out what they want to do and then prepare them for that.
Our community has really embraced the fact that what we offer here for our students is vital to the health of our society and our community. So we want to make sure that we're up to the challenge of making sure our students are ready. Those combinations and partnerships with our business community are helping equip us to be able to do that for our students.
Can't hear the TV? Need to protect your hearing? Audiology Concepts connects patients to their lives again by offering ear cleanings, providing earplugs for protection in loud environments, and helping people get hearing aids. Audiology Concepts also offer hearing evaluations, verification of hearing aids, and hearing aid repairs. There are 7 different locations across Minnesota and Wisconsin. Audiology Concepts, you'll love what you hear.
Proctor's Reed Foundation was established to enable life-enriching academic, art, and athletic activities which cannot rely on traditional funding in the Proctor School District communities. Reed has provided grants for the Imagination Library, numerous sports teams, Rails TV, A Night to Shine, the Playground for Everybody, and most recently, Reed helped the Proctor Fire Department invest in life-saving handheld thermal devices. Visit rea3d.org to learn more about how you can support Reed and help your community.
For years, Troy's Service Center has been the go-to auto repair shop in the Proctor community. Quality and efficient repairs make it more convenient to have your vehicle serviced. Troy's has always been for the community. That's why they have been favored by Proctorians alike. But don't just take our word for it. Check out the many reviews on their service. Troy's Service Center can ensure that your vehicle keeps your life driving forward for years to come. Troy's Service Center has been servicing and repairing vehicles for 3 generations. To contact Troy's Service Center, call 218-642-3322 or visit troyservice.com.
Can't hear the TV? Need to protect your hearing? Audiology Concepts connects patients to their lives again by offering ear cleanings, providing earplugs for protection in loud environments, and helping people get hearing aids. Audiology Concepts also offers a variety of hearing aids, hearing evaluations, verification of hearing aids, and hearing aid repairs. There are 7 different locations across Minnesota and Wisconsin. They are located in Burnsville, Forest Lake, Superior, Duluth, Grand Rapids, Edina, and Cambridge. Audiology Concepts, you'll love what you hear.
Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco is your leader for trailer sales, maintenance, and repair in the Northland. With brands such as Illuma, Look, Pace, and more, we have a trailer for every need. Don't forget, we also sell and install snowplows for all vehicle types. Searching for a Mahindra tractor? We have you covered with over 8 different models in stock and ready to tackle projects of all sizes. Wittes Trailer Sales in Esco, where customers become friends.
Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop. Proctor Pizza offers baked pizza, unbaked pizza, subs, tacos, wraps, salads, tater tots, nachos, burritos, and more. Proctor's local family business for over 35 years. Proctor Pizza offers brand new monthly specials, such as the taco pizza, bacon cheeseburger pizza, Hawaiian pizza, and more. Proctor Pizza.
Proctor's Reed Foundation was established to enable life-enriching academic, art, and athletic activities which cannot rely on traditional funding in the Proctor School District communities. Reed has provided grants for the Imagination Library, numerous sports teams, Rails TV, A Night to Shine, the Playground for Everybody, and most recently, Reed helped the Proctor Fire Department invest in life-saving handheld thermal devices. Visit rea3d.org to learn more about how you can support Reed and help your community.
And back here at the rail yard, Ted Keep It Along with Kyle Gustafson. Boy, I tell you, my audio seems like it has changed. Like I couldn't hear myself, but how's that? Is that better?
Yeah, well, it's definitely louder now.
All right. Well, I can't hear me, so that tells me that we're off. Oh, no, I'm going to bring me down a little bit so I can get underneath that bouncer, and I'll just bring me up that way. And then you can do the same if you need to. So come on to halftime, 48-18. Sorry, I was doing a little help with the camera here as we are back into the game, and the Hawks have the possession. Far side, both. We'll talk stats here in a minute. Nice up and under there by Decker for 2. Decker had 4 points. Go ahead.
I definitely think if Hermantown's going to expose Proctor a little bit, they're going to have to get it inside to Aurora, Jalen. Just keep pounding it no matter what.
Absolutely. So Carlson, top of the key now. Going to work down right side. Whitty. So some stats as you're watching the game. Nice 2-bucket there by Pease. Pease had 5 points in the first half, but the lead the Rails was number 3, Chloe Carlson, with 16 points, 4 of 4 from the stripe as well. Coming out, then following up was Goranson with 6, and Walker 5, Pease 5. Walker Hadley, that is, 4. Okay, what just happened to the broadcast? It's back. All right, good deal. Whew. I just about went berserk. But hey, we're still on air. That's what matters.
I was going to say that last possession for Hermantown, they just completely outworked Proctor for about, basically 5 shots in a row. Not happen.
Carlson, Pease for 3, can't, and another one for Pease that she just can't get to fall in and out. She had 2 of those in the first half that kind of went in and out. And here's Hermanson. Hermanson drives all the way down into the corner. Decker back to the top. That's going to go off of Cheryl's hands and saves it before the half-court stripe. Now going to move back inside. Jump stop down to the corner to Both. Both going to drive into the paint. And foul going to be called against Whitty. So that'll be Lola's second. Team's first.
That's something she's done better this year, is staying out of foul trouble. Kind of snake bit her in the past.
Yeah. Hey, why is it that when I just saw that play of Chloe Carlson, why did I think of Minute Bowl and not in my house? As she just swatted that one in the stands, and Hermantown will go back to work. Nice up and under there by Cheryl, but can't get it to fall. And down with the rebound is Chloe Carlson. Carlson coast to coast, up off the glass, can't get it to fall, but Walker right there with the putback. So Peyton Walker for 3. Walker again, 3 or 4 from the stripe in the first half, and with 5 points. Now driving to the end is Hermanson. Can't get that to fall. Down is Whitty. Whitty with the board. Oh, and nice job to get back off that, so no foul call, but Cheryl down with the interception. And yes, we know we're playing basketball, but that was what that looked like.
Little safety.
Little safety, yep. No one, that's the old high safety. Nobody gets deeper than you. Hermanson drives to the top, now gives it off Nikic, now into the far side. And foul going to be called as Wolf was driving to the hole. And that's going to go against Whitty as well. That'll be Whitty's third. And real quick, she's sitting in a trouble issue. Well,
I'll be quiet for Miss Lola.
If you listen back to this, Lola, it was all his doings. Cheryl drives to the hole, up
She'd
off
expect
the
nothing less.
arm, and can't get it to fall. Down with the rebound was Walker. Walker coming back the other way, now to the far side to Whitty. Whitty can't get it. Now we're going to have a jump ball. That was a quick whistle, but we'll take it.
Proctor
and
ball.
It's going to stay the way of Proctor. So Proctor will keep the possession. Again, want to make sure that we thank our students that we have working here as the Rails get ready to put it back. Our director, Luke Smith, our producer, Allison Arpke. On our cameras, Marcus Jones, Michelle Van Ert, Jordan Bierman. On our score widget is Ada Arpke, and on our stats is Madison Nunn. Great job by all of them tonight, and appreciate all that they do. There's a missed bank by the rails. That's going to come down with Hermantown. Hermantown going to come the other way, but Walker says, "Nah, let's try that again," and just too hard off the glass. But Whitty right there to follow. No foul call, and whoa, no foul. They're going to say she went down on her own as she spun. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Looked like she came off hard off that foot. Didn't want the help up, and she's going to go back to work. That's Bolf. So Bolf's going to come in, Bolf's going to take a seat as Geeson comes in and gives Bolf a blow after hitting the floor there pretty hard.
That definitely looked like something.
It did. I don't disagree with you on that. I know I'm not a basketball official, but I thought there was probably something there. Carlson inside now looking to give it off, and she is Walker, and she does to Lola Whitty. Back to Carlson, top of the key. Carlson for three,
Here we go.
and she hits the bingo. So Carlson for three, and the Rails now up 55-20 here. 14-15 to go in the half. Or in the game, that is. Evans, nice block on the shot over Cheryl there. Nice job.
Good look.
That was a nice job by Pease to get a stop there. She was headed towards a little deeper towards that baseline and able to set before she got the ball and put it up and in. Pease takes that one right away from Hermanson. Here comes Pease up to Walker. Walker now steps up and around Cheryl, and 4-2. Nice job there by Peyton Walker. Walker equals her total of points from the first half.
It's definitely not what Eric wanted his girls to have happen.
Wheezy getting ready to come in, and that foul is going to be called against Evans as Nikic was streaking through. So that'll be Evans' first, team's third. And I think that's faster to 3 fouls than we were in the first half. And the difference is there was 3 fouls between the two teams instead of 3 fouls on the rails. Both back into the game now. Getting a hand on that was Chloe Carlson. And both top inside. Going to drive up and around. This is Hermanson. Can't get that to go. Cheryl with the big block. We're going to have a jump ball, and that it will be the way of the rails. As right there was Chloe Carlson trying to keep control.
That'll be Hermantown ball.
Or Hermantown ball. Yeah, I knew that in my head. I knew who had it, but just didn't say the right words. Words are hard. Both move, and foul going to be called on Carlson as she tried to get in there and get a steal. And that'll be Carlson's second, team's fourth. Hermantown inbounds this. Geeson down in the corner. Here's Cheryl. Cheryl gets it to fall.
Good dish.
So Cheryl puts it in, and the Rails will come back and try to get this back open. 59-22, your score. Whitty, far right side, keeping distance. That was Geeson defensively. Evans. Oh, good take there by Carlson as Cheryl left the space. Foul. I think that's gonna go against Chloe, and it does. So Chloe Carlson now sitting with 3 as well. Team has 5, and quick play there as Hermantown playing a little more conservative in the aspect of just cleaner. Not much being called, and there's another foul, and that one's going to go against Walker. And Cheryl will go to the line and shoot. That'll be Walker's first.
6-0. 6 fouls on the rails.
Yeah, where I was just going to go. Oh, and also with about 2 minutes left in the second period from the Aspire St. Luke Sports and Event Center, the Rails trail the Wolverines of Rock Ridge 1-0. So, as they would say, lots of hockey left.
How much was this?
About 2 minutes in the second.
2 minutes.
So, got a whole period of hockey played. And Cheryl able to hit them both. Cheryl started 0 for 2 from the stripe in the first half, and now 2 for 2 here in the second. Whitty into the corner. Walker for 3. Bingo. Oh, they only give her a 2 on that? Did they only give her a 2 on that?
Is that 59?
No, that's, again, it's just not sinking. There you go. Feel better? Carlson for 3. Didn't have much to say there. But Carlson, 16 points in the first and sitting at 6 here in the second as she's been able to dish it around. We got a timeout. Let's thank our sponsors here quick. The Reed Foundation, the Rails Endowment for Academic Art and Athletic Development, Irving Community Club Polling for Kids, Tamarack Building Supplies up on Highway 53 in Hermantown, Heritage Window and Door Superior, Wisconsin, Woodis Trailer Sales in Esco, Stream Dudes for all your streaming needs, streamdudes.com, Great Lakes Office Solutions, the Robin Barb Shaler Charitable Foundation, Nemadji Golf Course, Audiology Concepts with 6 locations in Duluth, Grand Rapids, Forest Lake, Cambridge, Edina, and Burnsville, and our 2 hometown sponsors, Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop and Troy Service Center, both on Main Street, Proctor. Thank you to our sponsors for all that they do to allow us to bring these broadcasts to you.
New 5 in.
Yeah, it looks like Goranson, Walker, Hansen,
Youth
went, and Hawson in for the Rails. Hermanson turns, can't get that to fall, went down with the board. And Cheryl there playing good pressure, but she'll give it off to Goranson. Into the corner, Hansen takes a soft step, can't get it to go. And there's that Gianna Hansen grin as she knows that she almost had that. Gives this to Goranson. Over to Hawson. Hawson inside to Goranson. Goranson going to turn and not draw, but will go to the line and shoot as she draws the foul. I was waiting for the and one on that sole roll. So that's going to go against Decker. And we just hit the 11:02 mark, and that is Hermantown's first foul of the game. And Reese hits the first. And the second. So 67-23, 10:58 left here, second half. And this is inside to Cheryl. Hansen gives space, gives this off to Hermantown. Hermanson gets that up off the glass, can't get it to fall, and down with it is Hadley Walker. Walker going to streak the floor. Now slows down as she's being double teamed. Good save there by Hawson on the far side as that ball was looking right for the stands. Hansen, Walker. Walker going to drive, gives this off to Hawson. Now Hawson going to drive to the stripe, loses it, and that's going to be picked up by Weezy. Hermanson will bring it the other way. Hermanson, stutter step for 3, and she hits it. So
is that her second third of the game?
That is her second third of the game.
Or third 3 of the game?
Second 3 of the game. That one's tipped out of the hands, and that's going to be a foul on Wendt as there was head contact. So that'll be Wendt's first, team 7th, and now into the bonus are the Hawks. And at the line is Hermanson. Hermanson 0 for 2 in the first, hits the first one here. And misses a second, but Cheryl down with the board, and Hansen are going to get the foul, and they're going to put Cheryl at the stripe. That'll be Hansen's third, team's 8th. And the Rails, 40-point lead, kind of just playing a little willy-nilly.
Yeah, that foul is kind of, lack of a better term, a little laziness.
Yeah.
Finding your girl, boxing her out. Got right around her.
Yeah, we got to stop acting like a bunch of silly billies and playing so willy-nilly and get back to our game. Inside from Wheezy, this is Decker. Decker tries to go up off the glass, goes and tries to get the board on her own, but has to go through a bunch of the green jerseys, but Hanson down with it. Hanson will now drive. She stopped up off the glass for 2. Nice play there by Hanson to kind of take that pause and lose the defense as they thought she was going to pass it. Cheryl inside. Too hard. Down with it is Reese. Reese is going to come up the other side. She's looking for help and has it. This is Hawson. Hawson all the way down to the end line. Getting the hand in there was Nikic. That's going to be a turnover, and here comes Hermanson. Hermanson drives. Far side, Cheryl. Cheryl for 2. Can't get it to fall. Went there with for the board. Went. Hanson. Hanson to the block. Nothing doing there as that one's kind of knocked out of her hand. Wheezy down with it.
Just forcing it too much.
This is that time when you're up, by 40 plus, where you gotta, take that breath and slow it down and play your game. That one's gonna miss by Hermanson and into the hands of Reese. And all by herself is Went, and she's gonna put that in for 2.
Easy points.
So Went on the score sheet for the first time tonight. Hermanson calling it out. Now going to drive to the right side. Now going to fall back. Cheryl top of the key. Looking for somewhere to go. Gives up the dribble. Far side. And Reese is going to know. I thought that went out of bounds, but it did not. It was just tight to the line. And Hermanson now looking to drive. Stops. 4 seconds on the clock and gets that one to go. So
it's the roll.
So Hermanson, couple of threes and a free throw here. And nice drop there by Hawson.
Excellent drive by Ruby.
No travel called. I hate the Euro. I can't even begin to tell you. But what do you do? Colenda getting ready to come in for Hermantown.
Sorry, I say that was a good little pick and roll. I mean, that's what they should do with her, honestly.
And looks like maybe, is that Sophie Schultz? Yep, Sophie Schultz. Shot coming back in. Geeson. And the far one there is Chandler. So new 5 for the Hawks. As it's kind of youth versus youth a little bit here.
Yeah, and I don't think I've seen Chandler.
Yeah, I have not either. This is far side. That was Colena, top of the key. Now I got to learn all these new names. Shot, looking for someone to own, then gives it off. Into the corner. RP Spake Geeson. This one is Chandler. Chandler gives it off. Again, here's Colena. Colena's going to go, and she's going to draw the foul. And she will go to the line and shoot once. And that's going to go against Reese. That is her second. And that'll be the team's 9th. Colena will go to the line, shoot 1 and 1. And misses that one, and the rail's down with it.
In the game, we have Finley Johnson and
saw that.
Peyton Walters.
So Finley getting some time for the first time tonight here. Nice pass inside to Finley. Nice pass from Reese. And Reese goes up, puts it in off the pass from Finley, and draws the and one. And will go to line. That one's going to go against Chandler. That'll be her first, team second. And Reese will get the bucket and go to the line. And hit it. So Gortonson, the three-point play the old-fashioned way. And this is Colenda. Colenda going to drive far left side. Now going to come back. Hawson there defensively. Gives up the dribble. And got a hand on it. I'm digging the height in Schultz. Schultz is that player that I would just right now put on the block offensively and defensively. Colenda for 3. It's actually a lot of height on the floor right now for Hermantown compared. Reese out to Hawson for 3. She gets that one to go. I suppose I should not give Lily Ruby's points though.
Actually, this year, I was going to mention with Peyton and Finley, they've been a lot more nimble this year, I would say, than compared to last year.
Gotcha.
You know, just the aggressiveness, they're putting themselves in right positions compared to previous years. You know, getting in trouble, quote unquote. So it's good to see.
So Sinnott now into the game, McAllister into the game. Also into the game is Dahlstrom. And those are the, and I think we got a Walters out there as well. So kind of a turnover except for Finley. As the Rails, again, Coach Solberg, using that whole bench.
His go-to.
Well, I've seen worse things. I guess, when you start talking about using that whole bench, that's that theory of then your bench is always ready, right? And injuries happen, seasons are long, and that's going to be a foul, and that's going to go against Kendall McAllister. That's going to be her first, and that'll be the first team's 10th, and now the Hawks are in the double bonus. Geeson will go to the line and shoot. And Peyton Holt, and I didn't see the other number for Hermantown. Peyton Holt, and the other person must be for the shooter. Also come in Nicole Watt,
Hattie
Hinsela, and
Jenna Went.
So again, coming down to that short bench, and also in is Kenzie Zagelmeyer. So bringing it up now is Nicole Watt, and she's going to push it over to Hinsela. Hinsela back to Watt. Trying to get a hand on it was Chandler, and she did, but went back and picked that up. Give it up the dribble. Watt's going to now move to the right side. She's got Sinnott there for help. Inside, that was to Wendt, but intercepting that was Colenda. Colenda going to drive all the way to Chandler, and that's going to go off of Chandler's hand as it was just too strong of a pass, and that'll be a turnover on the Hawks, and it'll be Rails ball. Hinsela, an 8th grader here, and let's just go through it. We got Hinsela and Sinnott, both 8th graders that are on the floor right now. You got Johnson, McAllister, and that are both 9th graders. And then Peyton Walter, that's a junior. Oh no, Walters came off the floor, my bad. And that's up, and that's a miss. The other person that I was should have been talking about was Dahlstrom, who is a sophomore. And that's up and in for Kendall. So Colenda for 2 to add to her total. And Watt will bring it up the floor. 1:35 left here. Stick with us at the end of the game. We'll wrap it up with some sponsors, and we'll come back and we'll talk a couple stars of the game. And then we'll get all cleaned up and we'll get everybody heading home. So inbounding the ball is Zagelmeyer for the Hawks. And coming back into the game is Peyton Walters. And Wendt will take a seat. Colenda will bring it up the floor. I really like Colenda. I like what she's over and back. I saw that as well. And it's just too bad. And as we have the lead that we have, we are in running time, so that clock is going to continue to tick, and we are under 45 seconds here from the rail yard. Hinsela into Watt, and that should have been an over and back as well, but no call. Watt looking for somewhere to go with it. Into Sennett. Sennett back to Hensela. Hensela going to drive, push back out, and going to have a travel called against Hensela, and I'll go the other way. So 15 seconds to ticking here on the clock. How do the Hawks finish here? A chance at a big three, and that's not going to go, and that's going to go out of bounds. And that is going to do it. Your final 79-39 into the final. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to hear from a couple of our sponsors, and we'll be back with our stars of the game. Be back right after this.
Proctor Pizza and Sub Shop. Proctor Pizza offers baked pizza, unbaked pizza, subs, tacos, wraps, salads, tater tots, nachos, burritos, and more. Proctor's local family business for over 35 years. Proctor Pizza offers brand new monthly specials, such as the taco pizza, bacon cheeseburger pizza, Hawaiian pizza, and more. Proctor Pizza.
For years, Troy's Service Center has been the go-to auto repair shop in the Proctor community. Quality and efficient repairs make it more convenient to have your vehicle serviced. Troy's has always been for the community. That's why they have been favored by Proctorians alike. But don't just take our word for it. Check out the many reviews on their service. Troy's Service Center can ensure that your vehicle keeps your life driving forward for years to come. Troy's Service Center has been servicing and repairing vehicles for 3 generations. To contact Troy's Service Center, call 218-642-3322 or visit troyservice.com.
Cheryl should be there as well. I wouldn't disagree with that.
Well, I mean, I couldn't pick
and
out.
Back here at the railing yard, keep it along with Kyle Gustafson, and your final score here, 79-39. The Hawks from Hermantown moved to 9-5, and the Rails moved to 13-4. Kind of in talking with both coaches, kind of what they expected.
Yeah, I mean, it's Proctor came out early, so it was vital that they did, and the resulting score, 40-point win.
Yeah, absolutely. It's you're talking with Coach Bordeaux in the aspect of he said just keep it close. It's he's got a thick group there, but it's just there's some work to be done, and they're going to get there. And they got a lot of young players that are coming up off there. I mean, yeah, they got a lot of seniors, but they didn't start a lot of seniors, and so that youth is going to help them in the long run.
It will.
So let's get to these 3 stars so that we can get these kids home, and I'll let you start out tonight.
The number 3 star, I had the combo of Hermanson and Jalen, Cheryl. I couldn't pick just one. They both contributed to their team, so that was my number 3 star.
Yeah, and my number 3 star, I went kind of the same way where I went with Hermanson, and the only reason I could make a differential is that, Cheryl was there a lot of the game as Hermanson was, but Hermanson, we said that name the whole of both halves until they both left the floor, to where it took Jalen just a little bit to get started. And so that's the only reason. I mean, that's the only difference in space.
Right.
What do you got for number 2?
2, Peyton Walker. What did she finish with points-wise?
Peyton Walker tonight finished with, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 points and 3 of 4 from the stripe.
Yeah, along with the defensive side. I mean, she's a handful.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean that's just one of those things of that you look at that whole group is a handful. I mean, let's just if you put a last name like Walker on any of them, they're just a handful. So yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm going to go just across the street from you on that one, and I'm going to go with Reese Goranson on this one. Reese came in, played her minutes, did her thing, ended with 12 points. But some of those points that we always think about that are the most critical points, she was 5 for 5 from the stripe. So I gotta give that. Plus just that work that she did put in, even against those starters from Hermantown, doing her thing. So that would be my number 2. And I'm going to take the number 1 first, just because I know where you're going with your number 1, and I don't want to seem anticlimactic when you do yours. Right. So I'm going to go my first star, and I got to go with Chloe Carlson on this tonight. I mean, not a ton of points in the first or in the second half. She finishes with 22, and only 6 of those in the second. But 4 of 4 from the stripe, and the biggest reason I'm giving her that number is, or that number 1 star, is that thing that we talked about 3/4 of the way through that first half, is when you ask the question, how many times have you seen a swatted up ball in this gym, and you started naming names, and I can tell you in the time that Chloe's been on this team, if we're talking over 100, she's got a large chunk. I'm not saying half or anything like that, but she's got her fair share of how that's evenly distributed, and that made a difference in that first half with the run that they made to have that lead.
Yep. And I myself also chose Chloe along with her other cast of seniors, Gianna, Lola, Anna. I mean, they started 11-0.
11-0. Before that first time out.
Put the pedal down, and just the quality of work this season. I guess I'm kind of going with that too, by those girls, and just like improving their play from last year. But I mean, yes, Chloe is shows up on the stat sheet, but I mean, those other girls play such a role. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from the hey, let's talk about getting dirty to everything. I mean, Whitty on the floor, wrapped up with a ball, and I totally agree. And if I would have known that we were giving it to numbers, I could have done that with all 3 stars, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But no, I think you're right. I mean, that 3-star idea and giving it to those seniors, I think it does matter. When you start looking at not only just the overall play, but also that leadership piece, and you look down that from Whitty to Carlson, others. I mean, there's some serious down to earth, easygoing, no chip on your shoulder senior leadership that's on this club.
And that just thinking of it, I don't know if these girls have lost to Hermantown.
Yeah,
it's been a while if they have, and so it's the reverse of the boys hockey, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean that's a good thing. We should I should check into that, but yeah, I would bet it's been a while.
Yeah.
I think if I can remember, not that we want to sit here and like go into the archives, but if I can remember the last win that Hermantown had against our girls basketball team that I remember. We actually did that broadcast, and it was at their new gym. And it was like the year that new gym opened when they did the reno over there.
Okay.
So 9 years, 10 years, or 8 years?
Yeah.
I've been in Hermantown now for 10, and they opened the new building either 2 or 3 years to me being there. So it's been a while. So, But, I mean, that's where we are. I mean, your final score again from the rail yard, 79-39. Again, want to thank Kyle for being here. Thank our students, our director, Luke Smith, our producer, Allison Arpke. On our cameras was Marcus Jones, Michelle Van Ert, and Jordan Bierman. On our scoreboard was Ada Arpke, and our stats technician tonight was Maddie Nunn. Want to thank you to them. Thank you to the coaches. Thank you to the fans. But most of all, thank you to all of you for tuning in. We will be back live on air next when we are here at the rail yard again next Tuesday night, the 20th, when the toppers from Duluth Marshall come a-calling. That will be a game that you will not want to miss. So please tune in. Until then, we'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.